Hello everyone and welcome to Naturally High, the channel that helps you grow your 4A, 4B and especially 4C hair to longer lengths. These plaits are a bit boring for this video, so in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about how you can start to love your 4C textured afro hair. And the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because it's something that I hear very often and I see it often, and it normally goes something like this. You're browsing through YouTube and you come across somebody with really beautiful afro textured hair and you decide to grow yours out and to cut off your chemically altered tresses, leaving only a very small, highly textured afro in their place. And you expect to feel somewhat unique and different and special, liberated even, but instead you find that with your new tresses you only feel a bit sort of isolated, alone and maybe even ugly. And this is a struggle that is not just affecting maybe you and others like you, but it's something that I have experienced as well, and I'm sure a lot of natural YouTubers would agree that they felt this way as well after they big chopped. So I want to talk to you, especially those of you who are transitioning or who have just transitioned and want to really wholeheartedly love your own hair. Today's video is going to be dedicated to that. So it's a bit of a pep talk really to get your natural hair started in the most positive way possible. And I really do hope you enjoy it. I most certainly felt alone and isolated when I chopped off my natural hair, and here's a picture, and it wasn't just something that came from within, it was also coming from all corners. These tips are actually sort of geared towards my younger self, my 18-year-old self, when she had just cut her hair. So I do hope you enjoy this kind of chit-chatty video. If I could go back and reassure 18-year-old Asha that everything was going to be okay and that she was beautiful just as she was, then I would tell her the following things. So I hope you enjoy this little pep talk. Just as wearing your hair straight doesn't mean that you don't love yourself and don't love who you are and where you come from, wearing your hair natural doesn't automatically emancipate you from all of the Eurocentric standards of beauty that you've probably been internalizing since you were born. Your hairstyle is just that, a hairstyle. It's a way to express yourself. You only have one life to live, so style it however you wish. If you want to let your creativity flow, then that's great, but make sure that you're armed with both common sense and self-esteem in making your decisions. If you're not ready for the stairs, consider tying up your hair. It's great to follow YouTubers whose hair you consider goals, but you can also look for people at the same stage as you so you don't feel so alone necessarily. Many of us natural YouTubers actually started vlogging straight after the big chop or during the big chop, so if you scroll to some of our older videos you may find more content that you can relate to, and you'll probably find styling tips and care advice that could be a bit more relevant to the current stage you're at. So be sure to check out the resources that are available to you that are pertinent to your current stage of hair growth. While exposure to diversity is a great way to bring us all together, it can also cause problems with accepting one's own natural hair aesthetic, especially if the kinds of YouTubers and Instagrammers and just general social media posters that you're following have hair that in general conforms to a standard of beauty that perhaps your hair might not meet. YouTubers with big, long, flowing, shiny curls can of course give you very practical advice, but be prepared for their tips to occasionally leave you feeling as though you've drawn the short straw. Part of what you should be doing to build that self-esteem that I brought up earlier is normalizing hair that looks like yours, and you can do this by following YouTubers whose hair looks like yours and by even creating something like a mood board featuring people who just look like you in situations that you deem positive, and in this way you can just build up your own sort of self-esteem and vision for people who look like you. Figure out as soon as possible which styles make you feel like $1 million. For me, it's always my signature braid out, which is kind of a bit wet today, but still feeling really great in it. A roller set, and definitely my twists. For you, it could be cane rows or braids or something completely different, a puff, whatever it is. Be sure to figure it out quickly and rock it with confidence. It's even better if the style is a protective one, because then you get, 2 for 1. have other things going for you just to help with your overall confidence. Make sure that you're working towards your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. I don't run a lifestyle channel, but habits like going to the gym, meditation, waking up early, keeping a gratitude diary, keeping a normal diary, they've all been shown to just improve your overall wellness and mindfulness. So if that's something that you want to work on, then there's lots of content on YouTube on that, particularly on a topic called bullet journaling, which I'm actually quite into. But you can look that up and find content on that. I can list a few channels that I like to watch below. And that concludes the video. I do hope you find it helpful. I know it's a bit different from my usual content, but I wanted to just come here and chat to you and help you feel a bit more confident and comfortable if that was something that was lacking in the past. And just remember that it's a journey for all of us, and it's something that we should be working at every single day.